Welcome to Eerie Bites of History, your daily serving of strange bites of the past. Today, we have a frozen ghost ship, an ancient mysterious species, and a machine that breathed life into the dying, all of which happened on October 12th. Let's begin. On October 12th, 1899, a whaling vessel slicing through the freezing Antarctic waters spotted something trapped within its ice. A ship, eerily intact, and its masts encased in frost. When they approached, they found her name still carved into the bow, Jenny. She vanished more than 70 years earlier in 1823. The rescue crew boarded cautiously. Not a sound, not a stir. Inside, every sailor they saw was frozen in place, seated at their posts, faces pale and gassy, as if time itself had stopped. The captain was found in his cabin, slumped over his desk, a pen still in hand. Before him laid a journal, the last entry dated May 17, 1823. It simply read, "No food for 71 days. I am the only one left alive." No one ever learned what truly happened to the Jenny, whether she was swallowed by a storm, abandoned to the cold, or cursed to drift forever in the silent white. But the story spread across ports and newspapers, always inspiring the same haunting image. The Jenny was frozen in snow and in time. It honestly gives me chills just thinking about it. On October 12, 2007, scientists made a discovery that blurred the lines between legend and reality. Deep within a limestone cave on a remote island, Flores, Indonesia, researchers unearthed a skeleton, small, fragile, and unlike anything they'd ever seen. It stood just over 3 feet tall, with a tiny skull, long arms, and curved feet. They called it Floresianus, but the world quickly gave it another name, the Hobbit. At first, many thought it was a deformity twisted by disease, but evidence mounted to one unsettling truth becoming clear. This was a different kind of human, a lost branch of our family tree that had once lived and hunted until as recently as 50,000 years ago. What chilled researchers was that the local legends. For generations, the villages spoke of Ebu Gogo, the grandmother who eats everything. Tiny hairy forest people who whispered in strange tongues, crept into homes at night and stole food, and sometimes children. The scientists had dismissed these stories as folklore, but when the bones were dated, something eerie emerged. The legend may have come from memories. So, could have early humans on Flores actually have met these little people and watched them vanish? To imagine our ancestors might have once shared the planet with another kind of human is amazing. Some legends are inspired by real creatures. Maybe these hobbits are the stars of those legends. On October 12, 1928, something remarkable and unsettling was born. In a dimly lit laboratory in Harvard University, Dr. Philip Dinker and Louis Shaw unveiled a machine that would change medicine forever. They called it the iron lung, a massive coffin-like chamber of steel that could force air in and out of a person's lungs. They said it was a miracle, a machine that could breathe for the dying. At first, it was hailed as the salvation of the polio epidemic, children and adults who woke up one day unable to move, unable to breathe. Then they were slid into this cold metal cylinder, the lid sealed tight around their necks. The machine would hiss, then clank, then hum. And just like that, they would breathe again. But soon, the miracle became something darker. Hospitals filled with rows of iron lungs, long rows of corridors echoing the mechanical wheezing and the haunting rhythm of artificial life. Some patients would spend days in these, others, decades, trapped, watching the world move through small mirrors angled towards the ceiling. The iron lungs saved lives, but the cost was that we built a machine that accidentally trapped them between life and death. Did you know that Martha Ann Lillard is the only reported polio survivor still using the iron lung today? To this day, she contracted polio in 1953 when she was only 5 years old, and to this day has been able to live out her life. But the question is, at what cost? Like your history snack-sized, drop us a comment with your favorite bite and subscribe. Join us daily for your eerie dose of the past.